right, welcome back to the Build to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, with the IC shirt on and some bling. And I'll talk about that in a second. Joined by Randy Angston.
Hey, I think we got the memo on wardrobe.
Yeah, well, we had our Iron Circle Global call, and listen up, gym owners. I am wearing one of the sweetest awards that any gym owner is going to get. It's a bling chain. It's like the size of my face. For $500,000 a year or more. Why are we doing this? Well, in our industry, for whatever reason, we can't celebrate, or it's been frowned upon to celebrate financial victories in the business of fitness. We want to change that.
Yep.
And we don't want to just throw awards out to throw awards out. We also want to confirm and verify to make sure that these are legitimate awards. So I actually go through and meet with the gym owners, go through the numbers. And so here's my call to anybody that's a ProFit client. If you are in deservance of one of these three awards, we want to hear from you. We've got a website to tell you to go to. But the first award we are giving away is the 50K award. That's a $50,000 month in a calendar month. From the first day of the month to the last day of the month, did you generate $50,000 or more? If so, we got a cool award for you. It's a 4-finger ring. We don't have one in front of us, but that's the first award. The second award is the $500,000 year. Okay, the $500,000 year does not have to be in a calendar year. It has to be in a rolling 12. So you take a snapshot of 12 months. Did you eclipse 500,000 in gross revenue or not?
Yep. And that might be real relevant. I mean, the rolling 12 for gyms. I mean, here in Arizona, where a third of our residency is gone for the summer. That's why we decided to do a rolling 12.
Yeah. It doesn't have to. I mean, eventually you're going to have to roll through it anyway. Sure. So it's just depends on maybe the back half of last year was really good, quarter 4, and then you want to take it through quarter 3 this year. So whatever, it's 12 months rolling, and then we have the $1 million a year award, the $1 million gym. It's a championship belt. We do have a few of those to give away this year. Really excited about that. And we're going to give these awards out at the Growth Summit. Now, if you can't make it to the Growth Summit, I still want you to submit your award. We'll put your name on the screen and we'll get you the award if you qualify. So the URL to get this is winninggym.com/awards with an S. We'll put that in the show notes. But again, the point here is we want to celebrate. We want to champion each other and be excited about hitting milestones, and we just had it on our call today.
Yeah, we did. And we got to go over it. And to your point, I'm excited about the $1 million. We get to hand a couple of those out. That's huge.
Yep.
In this business, the 500,000s, we got a number of those going out, which again, I mean, that's huge for your average training gym.
Yep.
Industry averages, we're blowing the doors off of them. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see how many. A line of people coming across stage getting their awards.
Let's just give these awards out. Let's. I mean, not to mention these damn awards are like the coolest awards.
Oh, I mean, we picked the right type of awards. They're not the normal, you're not getting a plaque to hang on the wall. No. You're not getting the old acrylic piece for your desk that says, we care about you so much after 50 years of slavery. No. These are things that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah.
They're fun. There's some value behind them. I can tell you that, but you're going to enjoy them. That's for sure.
So if you're watching us on YouTube, check it out. Very cool. All right. So that's what we want to talk about, the awards. The Growth Summit. Tickets are still available, very few. We're going to make sure you get in the room. At this point, we are overselling it a little bit because we know some people don't make it out. There's last-minute changes. Get your ticket now. GrowthSummitAZ.com. Amazing event plan. I've been talking to a lot of speakers. The point I want to make to everybody that's kind of on the fence about the Growth Summit, yes, there's an investment. Yes, there's time away from the gym and family, and you got to travel. 2 things. Number 1, the best learning, the best implementations happens when you remove the distractions. You're there, you're present, you're learning from the people on stage and your neighbors in the seats, and that's number 1. Number 2, the second one is I've talked to all the speakers and I said, listen, no theory here. It's tactical, tangible, actionable advice that people can go and just implement. And everybody's like, oh hell yeah, because that's what I would want if I was in the seat. I want to go. I don't want to know a theory like it could be this. No, tell me what to do.
I mean, those of you listening, if you've listened to this episode, if you've listened to our podcast more than this episode, you'll understand. I mean, everything that we do is for your growth. I mean, from the awards that we don't have to do, we really want you to celebrate that success. Everything that we're doing is around your ability to grow your business. We're not able to do that with theory, right? I mean, some of it starts there, but then it's got to roll into tactical, actionable items. And that's the stuff that we're bringing to the table. That's the reason that people leave the Growth Summit and they have their record-breaking years. They've got more growth in their business than they've ever had before. And, that was some of the exciting things that we got to go over with our Iron Circle today on the call. But if you're not pushing the needle forward in your business, you need to end up at places like the Growth Summit. Your first reason about getting away from your gym. The greatest analogy was you don't repair a car while driving it. To me, and it's not even just repair. Let's say you don't, soup up a car while driving it. The Growth Summit's not necessarily for businesses that are broken, or if you're lost and you don't know, how to do any of it. I don't know if that's the right place for you either. But for those that want to move the needle of their business further, for those that know that what they have is great and there's more potential, you have to be in a room like that. And the Growth Summit's, it's right around the corner. So find a way. And
listen, guys, I know there's been a kind of like a rash of events recently. I won't say his name, but there's a good friend of mine in the industry that's been to several of those events and speaks at a few of those events and said, "Hey, Tim, I know what you guys are doing is the best. Like, this is the best. My favorite event is yours. I love it. I mean, obviously like you guys, but what you do, the presentations, the delivery, the setup, the whole nine, top notch." So I'll pat myself on the back. And we know who he is, and he's been to a lot of them. So that says a lot. All right. Get to the Growth Summit, growthsummitaz.com. That's enough of that. This episode, the diet starts Monday. Have you heard this before? I know my parents always used to say this.
I've heard it a ton,
Let's splurge and have a peanut butter parfait tonight because the diet starts on Monday, right? Your clients come in, and this was one of the funniest things when I was doing, sales consultations was I would have somebody that's perfect, right? Perfect for the gym.
Yeah.
Great person. They would fit in, they need what we're serving as far as personal training. They wouldn't sign up because they would say, I need to go get in shape first before I come into the gym because I don't want to be the most out of shape person. And you as the salesperson or the trainer, you're like, what are you talking about? But it's happened more than once, and it's probably happened more than 10 times over the 15, 14 years we've been in business. And there's something to that, right?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, just friends that I have. The conversation, obviously fitness is our world, right? So that conversation's common outside of just us. And I have friends that'll come to me all of the time that have desires to go into a gym and work out and do all those things, but they're uncomfortable getting started because they just don't feel like they're at some apparent level to get started. The gym is where you get started, right? It's
the point.
It's the whole reason that it's there. And that mentality, I think, is the same thing that we see with a lot of individuals that are looking to either grow their business or to take the next step or next level for them. And I guess this episode's kind of a little bit of a shake-up, maybe. You might be sitting on the fence with that same kind of attitude or outlook that you want to take the next step, but you are kind of unsure how to. So rather than take the risk or take the even the steps towards an official, next step, like hiring a coach or joining a program or whatever that may be, there's things that you could do to pursue the knowledge to make the decision on whether that's right or not for you. And that's really what I want to kind of get to with the conversation today. You're saying no to a fitness program before you've even sat down and had consultations, the highest form of ignorance that exists. I mean, you're saying no to something you know nothing about. And when it comes to coaching or programming or programs that can help you develop the business, if you're not taking calls and hearing from coaches and looking for what's out there for you, you're not taking any action. You're not taking the next step. You're literally sitting around waiting for something to happen in your business to come save you. And that is the absolute opposite way that you should be looking at your business and the opportunities that you have for your business, as opposed to, going out and pursuing that, right? Something we've talked about from the beginning. Part of the reason that Legacy, originally Pulse, has been so successful is because of your desire to figure out the things you didn't know when the problems arrived. You didn't just sit back and say, hey, it'll figure itself out. Something had to happen, or we didn't like something. Well, hell, if it was marketing, right? Like not enough people walking through the front doors. Well, what are our options for putting more people through our front doors?
Fixing that, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And so, like any problem that exists in a business or anything you want to change in your business, the growth of your business is no different. You can force the increase in revenue by hiring the right coaches that can look at your business with the third eye subjectively and say, hey, this is where you need to go work right now. And I know this is something that we've been doing. We brought it up on today's call, actually. That sometimes is just the best aspect of what the programs have to offer is, you that are listening, sometimes we're just too close to the problem.
Yeah.
We're in it every day and we don't have the ability to step away and look at the business and make the right calls for the business.
Well, two things that come to mind why a gym owner might be hesitant to jump on a call with us or with somebody that's going to help them out is they got to throw it on the table. They got to they're exposed. Maybe they've been kind of like telling themselves a lie a little bit. Hey, we're doing better than we really are, but they know they need help. And then finally, when it's time to figure it out, you got to show where we're at. Like if I guess we don't knock anybody when we have calls with folks. We've taken calls with some people that are about to close the doors. They're on dire straits. They need something. They need a Hail Mary. And while we don't, love those calls because there's some things that we have to do in the business that don't align with what we believe in. Sometimes you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
You have to do some paid in fulls and get some money coming in to make the next choice. That's the first thing is right. You can see who's swimming naked when the tide goes out. That was Warren Buffett, right?
There you go.
Warren Buffett. And two, look, maybe, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, you don't want to get sold, right? And it's hard to say no. I know how hard it is for people to say no when this is a funny story. I was doing a sales consultation here. The guy was ready to sign up. I mean, he was, dude, I'm all in. Let me just grab my wallet in the car. And the guy gets in his car and drives off. And I'm watching him because the window's right there. And I'm watching him just get in the car and start slowly backing up. And he just drives away. He couldn't tell me no. Yeah. But he felt better about just kind of walking out and driving away. Like, well, what are you doing, man? Just tell me no.
Well, I mean, and that's the reason that we're bringing this conversation up is because we're speaking to essentially that gentleman. If you're on the fence, if you're listening to this podcast and you find yourself feeling like the gentleman who had to leave, like, guys, this podcast is for you. Right? I mean, there's nothing about, and I'm not even speaking to us. I mean, as much as I love to work with you personally, there's a million opportunities out there. I'm talking to the people who aren't pursuing anything. Your growth is going to cost money and it's going to cost time. It can cost a lot of your money and a lot of your time, or you can go pursue the questions, the gaps in your business, and the things that you need from somebody who's been there and done it, like a coach or a mentor. That's why you pay them, right? You're going to spend the money, or you're going to spend the time, or probably the money down the road learning it yourself. And so to not pursue any of it, to me, there's no excuse for. I mean, if you have the desire to move the needle of your business, well, let's get back to your thing about the having to admit it. Like, that's the first step, guys. Like,
yeah, that is.
Like, whether, and here's the thing, either it's broken and you need to fix it, or it's doing well, but it's not enough for what you desire and what you deserve. Remove the ego and just pursue the knowledge. Yeah. Like, that's it. There is nothing about what we do as business owners that is predictable, easy. Like, we talk all of the time how difficult it is to even be in the seat that you're in. The information that we're going to share is only going to help you. We're not here to beat you up, throw shade, do any of that stuff. It's literally showing you the examples of the opportunities that exist in your business, how to make those changes, and then hopefully we'll be there with you as you make those changes, and we can celebrate the results at the end of it. Yeah, exactly.
The chain. Rattle the chain. That'll be hashtag rattle the chain.
Rattle the chain. I love that.
Yeah. No, listen, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got some goals for your business.
Yeah.
You're looking at your P&Ls. You're looking at your life. You're looking at your hours spent in the gym. You're looking at your client numbers and how things are going. It's either going the way you want it to go, or it's not going the way you want it to go. If it's not going the way you want it to go, it's not going to just magically change. And that's where you're saying you don't just hope for the best. You've got to pursue the education, get in our business talk with fitness professionals. I did an Ask Me Anything yesterday, and somebody recognized how much time I put into that yesterday. And they made a comment and said, "Hey, man, I've never seen anybody spend the time answering questions." Because I did videos and I did spreadsheets and stuff for people. But I had a little bit of time yesterday, and I wanted to kind of get the spices going, bubbling it up in the group. And we got some great topics to talk about just out of that one post. But the point is, don't sit there and hope for the best. You're on an island as it is as an entrepreneur. Go seek out help. We're here to help. pfmarketingsolutions.com. Link in the show notes. Hashtag link in the show notes. Jump on a call. We've got some killer stuff coming up that we're not quite ready to release, but this is it. This is going to blow the doors off of anything as far as content goes in the fitness industry for business. We got something we're bubbling up in the forge. So so we're bringing it to you soon. Can't wait to release that. But our business accelerator program, something that we ran hard, and we ran a lot of gyms through that. It was amazing. In fact, the content still exists, and you can buy just the content, not even just get coaching. Just take the content and do whatever you want with it. We're selling that right now because we were revamping some things with the $1 million model. We've got a lot of stuff going on, but I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But if you need help now, we could definitely get you into the accelerator and just jump on that content, and you can fix stuff immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the program it's the coaching program that we took gyms through for the last few years. I mean, the systems-driven businesses that we've created have all come from that program. It's the same content we'll continue to talk about and revamp and work into the future stuff. But that program as a whole is available for you to utilize right now. So jump on a call. Let's have a call. I mean, literally, you're going to talk to me. Hi, I'm Randy, guys.
Hey.
Schedule a call. We'll figure out if that's right for you. Not going to hard sell you. We can only work with so many people at any given time. So let's jump on a call, figure out if it's right for your business, and at least this way you'll have the knowledge to say yes or no. That's the biggest thing. Don't say no to something you know nothing about.
Perfect. All right. That's it for this show. Jump on a call with Randy. Let's get you some help. We're here to help. We help gym owners win. End of the day. That's what we stand for. That's it for this episode, guys. Hopefully that helps you out. Until next time, next show, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
All right. And thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. And when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.